Hey everyone, this is Troy from Goober Prince. You are watching Let's Talk Local from 216 Creative Studios. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cappuccino behind the scenes here on another great episode of Let's Talk Local. Hey, listen, if you like what you see here today, go to that old Google box, click on YouTube, 216 Creator Studios. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ding that bell for future notifications. This way you don't miss an episode. Today's episode is brought to you by Piano Trends. Listen, if you're looking for a couple pianos, maybe 2, 3, 4, stack them like Legos, whatever. They have flutes, they have guitars, they have trumpets, saxophones. Yes, they have the ukulele.
Yes.
If you're looking to buy music, repair instruments, anything of the such, Piano Trends can do it. They're local here into Crystal Lake off of Berkshire Drive. Look them up, pianotrends.com. That's pianotrends.com. Today, Shanti Canine Spa. Kent, first of all, Kent, it's been a minute since we've been on. We're doing all kinds of new things with Let's Talk Local. I'm pretty excited about it.
We are filling up quick. Everybody wants now. Our passion here at Let's Talk Local is to highlight and put out local businesses, right? Get them
That's
on
right.
the air, give them some social media presence, some reels, things like that. Why? Because the local businesses are what drives the economy. I don't care who you are, it drives the economy here in McHenry County, whatever county you're in. If you're in Osceola County in Florida, same
That's right.
thing, right?
We're local to you.
We're
That's
local to you. And the beautiful thing is, you come in and you get to tell us your story. Tell us all about your business. Today, Shanti.
You're fired.
I am fired. Shanti Canine Spa. We've got Amanda Herrera with us. Welcome in. How are you?
Thank you.
Awesome. Now, you hooked up with Cappuccino.
Mm-hmm.
You get to you get to spa his little dog. I'm sorry.
He's a pain in the ass. I love him dearly.
She was great. Now, tell us where you're located and how people can find you. First, let's get that out of the way, and then we'll dig in.
Located at 8505 Redtail Drive in Lakewood,
Oh yeah,
right by Lou Malnati's.
yeah, by Lou's, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Website, ShantiCanineSpa.com, Facebook.
Yep, and right there, you're going to see a nice QR code. Just click that QR code, take you right to her website, and then on that website, they can get their dog in for a spa day. And when we say spa day, I mean, is it massage, steam bath, nails done? What's going on?
No massaging, no steam bath. You don't want the water too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, nails, haircut, bath. Everybody's hand dried.
That's awesome. How long have you been in business?
Here, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
You say here, so there was
Mm-hmm.
another location at one time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I owned a grooming salon in Woodstock.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that one called?
For Elegance Pet Salon.
Elegance. Where was that at?
Lake Avenue.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Across from the rec center.
Right by the rec center there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I know right where you're at. Yeah. Awesome. Now I know why I think I've seen you before as well, because I used to live in Woodstock, right in that area. So,
Okay.
so yeah. And my buddy's got a business right over there. A. Rose Cleaning now. It's right over there.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll go down rabbit holes. I apologize. So, you are taking care and making dogs look great. Cats too, or just No.
No cats right
thank
now.
you. Hallelujah. That's it. So what got you into that? What was it about that? Have you always been a dog lover? Is it that you were just like, I don't want to deal with people, I want to deal with animals?
No, I always loved dogs forever and ever, all animals. Did 4-H, had horses, rode horses. And for a bit, I thought I wanted to be a horse trainer. So after graduation, worked with a gentleman that I rode with and worked for him for a summer. Busted my butt, and I was like,
Literally.
yeah, this is a lot of work for a little pay. And then I went to a kennel that I had worked at when I was younger and did dog training there, and went to grooming school. And yeah, just kind of snowballed.
Now, do you still do training or no?
No,
No, just the
with
grooming.
my own, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So all sorts of dogs, all sizes, or you specialize in like Chewy, the size of this coffee cup?
No, all sizes, all breeds.
Sizes.
Yep.
What is your favorite breed to work with?
I don't really have one. I think it depends more on the personality.
Okay. So this may sound weird, man. I'm sure you've seen it if you don't do it. Everybody's into the doodles, right? And I saw on social media this beautiful doodle of some sort, and they dyed its hair and made eyebrows and the whole. Do you do that as well?
No, not right now. No, there's a gentleman, I think he's in California, and I would love to reach out to him and go work for him for a bit, because his work with that is amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. The dog looks so happy, and the eyebrows always, they did it so it looks always like it's surprised. I'm just like,
some got dollar bill signs on the side of their
That's
body,
awesome.
or different colors.
Pretty neat.
What's the biggest mistake that a dog owner like myself makes with their dogs?
As far as
Grooming or upkeeping or lack of, you know what I mean? Or is it that I use human shampoo or?
I think as a groomer, speaking for myself, I think a couple of things I wish people were more educated on is the cost of grooming, especially with the doodles, how much upkeep, some dogs need, starting the dogs early.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll get a 10-month-old, 11-month-old dog that's never been groomed. And some of them are good. And then some of them, it's truly heartbreaking because they're just out of their mind. They're so scared. They have no idea
what's happening, what's going on. And when that happens, how do you deal with that?
Depends on the dog. Usually go slow, a lot of reassurance, a lot of hand holding, paw holding, and I tell people sometimes it might take longer. Just sometimes they need breaks to compose themselves.
Yeah.
Just kind of take a breather and, assess.
So I've got a Labradoodle, and it's more Labra than Doodle. So it's got the wiry hair. But it's wonderful. She's hypoallergenic, but we call it brush. We brush her all the time, just because she'll still mat. Is there a too much time to like we brush her too many times? Does that start to hurt the coat? Does it hurt the dog?
No, I don't think you can brush too much. I think you need the right tools. That's not what you wanted to hear.
I was hoping you'd say, maybe once a week.
Once a month's good.
That way I could tell my wife,
see?
Amanda said.
What I do tell people, though, the brush is nice. The brush will loosen everything, but your true friend's the comb.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? The comb?
The comb, yeah. The comb will find, the brush loosens, but then the comb will find all the knots.
I'll be doggone.
Can you walk us through how the routine goes when you're there? I bring in Chewy, right? You bring him in the back and then you close the door. That's, as far as I'm concerned, he's on a roller coaster. I have no idea what's happening, right? So what's first step? What do we do?
So when you first come in, we assess, do you want the same haircut? Do you want something different? how is he? How's he been? Any health issues I need to be aware of? Stuff like that. And then he goes in the back. He gets a bath, and then he gets dried. And depending how they handle, we have a high velocity dryer with a nozzle, and it blows most of the hair and water off.
Right.
Yeah. But it's loud and it's really powerful. So some dogs, again, that's that
They freak
mental
out a
thing
little bit, yeah.
we've talked about. Yeah, they can't handle that. So then they either get cage dried, and there's no heating element with the cage dryers, or we'll hand dry with, it's like a big blow dryer for our hair, and it's called fluff drying or hand drying. And that's how he gets dried. And then he goes on the table, and each groomer has their own way of grooming, or their procedure, I guess. But
Yeah.
Then we start his hairdo.
And then you give him the updo. And then that's it.
Then I tell him he's fabulous, and he goes in a house and waits for dad.
Yeah. Do we wipe ears? And my daughter watches these videos, right, where they put the little dog in the bathtub and then they wipe its nose, and it's got these little pads for. Is that what the spa is there? Is it extra pampering and treatments, trimming the nails and everything else? Kind of
like a standard grooming package anywhere. I would say, nails, cutting, pad shaving, what we call sanitary, the private area.
Yep.
Pad shaving.
Yeah, like your dog probably, if you lift his paw up, he's got that hair.
Between the pads.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yes. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And in the winter, it always gets snowballs on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, as I thought you were like taking off,
like a
shaving off the pad. Hey, you never know. It's 2025.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, because I hate that in the winter, because she's got like the hair, right? She's hypoallergenic, so it gets snowballs on it, and you got to get in and feel for her. It's bad. Anal glands and all that good stuff.
If requested, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a stinky job there.
Yes.
Unglamorous person.
Did you hire somebody just for that job? Like, you're the anal gland person. So
the new person.
Right. Exactly.
We pay $2 an hour more than anywhere else. Just
that's right. What is the funniest story? You've been doing this for years and years and years. You have to have just a hilarious story in your time. And I know everybody wanted me to ask, what was the scariest time? I don't. Dogs are wonderful, and obviously, how many dogs that you work with, you're like a dog whisperer. You've got a way with them, which is awesome. But there's got to be just like a really funny story that has happened, or the way a dog reacted, or whatever.
I think sometimes they're funny, like they know when they're done.
Is that right?
Yeah, they think they look pretty snazzy.
Really?
Yeah. Or I think just how sometimes if you talk to them, they're, I don't know, they know.
The reactions a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, probably one of my favorite things that happens is with the gentlemen, the dads that come to pick the dogs up, because some of them, I'll hand the dog over and oh, you look great. And then I'll kind of watch, because the dog's usually happy to leave, and that makes me happy. But sometimes what will happen is you guys will get through the door to the sidewalk, and you'll bend down like to your dog, on your dog's level, and like that little boy will come out. You'll be like, my dog. It's really really sweet.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I love it. Yeah, gotta be cool. Yeah, hey, thanks. Here's good job.
Yeah.
Right.
When you were a little girl, is this something that you already had passion for with animals?
Grooming?
Yeah, grooming, taking care of animals.
I think so.
Yeah. So you're right where you need to be. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what a joy to be able to just get up and do what you love every day. Except coming in and being on this show. But anyway, and again, if you take a look at the QR code right there, it'll take you right to the website, right?
Yep.
And
we'll bring up the website here. Let's bring that up real quick.
Yeah. Now, what kind of dog is that? Your dog?
That's Walter.
That's Walter.
He's a pom.
Okay, a black and white pom.
Yeah, and we got him. He was a client, and an older lady owned him, and she came in one day crying, and she's like, "I can't take care of him anymore. He needs a home." And Andres did not get me a birthday present for my birthday that month, and I said, "I'll take him." So happy birthday!
Happy birthday! And you've had Walter for how long?
8 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Uh-huh.
And hangs out at the spa all the
No.
time? No?
Uh-uh.
Okay. So
It's not their favorite.
Well, listen, if you go to that website there, you'll get 15% off because they love new clients. So go ahead and book that little book now button and let them know, hey, I'm new. Get your 15% off. Man, look at all these little dogs.
I love it.
Oh, man, that's a cutie pop. Who's that?
The stock photo.
We call him Stock.
Right, that's
Stocker.
Stocky. Stocky, right.
That's it.
Okay.
Now, do you get involved with a lot of the adoption agencies?
A couple. Helping Paws.
Love Helping Paws. We got a dog from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good people. I've groomed a couple of their dogs. They I was talking to Sharon, and she said they at the time they weren't getting a lot of like groomed dogs.
Yeah.
So when they do,
Shout out to Sharon, one of my wife's best friends.
Sure.
Now, a lot of dog owners have, like a black lab who doesn't necessarily need a haircut, right? Because they shed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important still to bring them in and have a spa day with you, right? Other than just vacuuming up the hair around the house.
Exactly.
Why?
Nails. You put your dog on a schedule. We can, keep their nails short. They don't get overgrown. And then, get that undercoat and the top coat out. Just, that type of dog always has hair turnover. So the more we can get out for you on a regular basis.
Another thing, speaking of the nails, a great reason to go to the Shanti Canine Spa is you'll see a lot of pop-ups, what I'm going to call pop-ups, when they're like there may be a realtor having a special day and they'll have somebody there clipping nails. Well, it might be their kid. I mean, you can do some damage if you don't know what you're doing with their nails, right? What happens at that point if
you cut too short?
Yeah.
You'll hit the quick, which is like the vein, and then it'll bleed.
You'll bleed.
Yeah, it'll bleed.
There used to be an old rumor on that where if you hit that quick, they won't ever stop bleeding. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think just like anything,
it hurts though, right? It hurts the dog.
Yeah, because the nail, like the hard parts, the casing, and then you have the vein inside. Sure.
God bless you.
I like to go in blind and close my eyes. With Q-tips for the ears.
Well, I've seen people with their dogs yelp or whatever at these things, and they, oh my God, they're bleeding.
Yep.
And I think what happens, like a lot of people forget, it's like us, say we're nervous, our blood is pumping, our blood pressure's up. It's the same thing with the dog. So if, you get a nervous dog and you cut one, then it's a little more.
Right.
Yep.
And your hours are Monday through Friday?
Sunday, Monday closed. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 4. And Thursday, 11 to 7.
Awesome. Now, the typical time it takes. So Remy that's my dog. She's a Labradoodle, more lab than doodle, remember? And so she's probably 40 pounds, maybe 50 pounds. What time frame am I looking, to get her groomed and ready to go? And what would a typical cost be for a 40-pound dog?
So she would probably take me 2.5 hours, depending on how fast I'm moving.
Gotcha. Depending on the day, right? Yeah, I hear you. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
And then for a doodle that size, I'd say between 85 and 95.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, I mean that's terrific, actually. Well, and the reason that I say that is it kind of goes by dog, right? If I bring in a sheep dog that's 95 pounds, you're going to be like, oh, I see you haven't never done anything with this dog. Give me 5 weeks. We're gonna.
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's actually very interesting you say that because I just did maybe a month ago already. I did a sheepadoodle, so Old English sheepdog.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and he was 10 months old, never been groomed, so I was kind of like, how's it gonna go? And he did great, but his hair was 8 to 8.5 inches long. So yeah, I have pictures. I need to put it on
So
Facebook.
scissors, and I mean, you had to really go to work on
Yeah,
that.
so to wash and dry him, it took an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then to finish him like on the table time, that took me about 2 hours. Yeah,
Wow, sir.
yeah, it was a long groom.
I wish I had a picture of the before and after of that dog. That would be really cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I find it amazing. I have not been to a barber in a long time, but I always find it amazing how you get the shapes right. How you, when you're grooming these dogs, you're like, oh my gosh, I never. That's the dog I really wanted, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and now. When they come in, is that where your creative mind goes? Is you kind of get their personality and go, or dogonality? I guess they're not a person, so they're dogonality.
Sometimes it usually is up to the client of what they want, and I tell them honestly, it kind of boils down to how much time and money you have. The longer the
Sure.
dog's hair is, the more upkeep it is.
Yeah.
When we had that recession, everybody was just buzzing them. They couldn't swing it,
Right.
which is okay.
Sometimes, right? Yeah. And then keep them.
Yeah.
Use the comb. Use the comb.
That's right. The comb is your friend.
Yep. And now here's the other thing. How many of the dogs, when you're done, smile? My dog is a smiler. That's why we took her. She just smile.
Like smile where they actually smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll get some, not a lot,
Really?
where they actually lift their lip up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when they do that. But you'll see. They'll have that little sparkle.
That's cool.
It's funny. So I met Amanda at her ribbon cutting with the chamber. And I told my wife, I said, hey, listen, nobody wants to cut Chewy because they consider him, I don't know, violent. But
He's a grouchy old man.
He is not violent. He's just crabby.
Right.
And so when hair grows, he looks like Chewbacca when he's fully grown out hair. That's why we call him Chewy. But his hair sits in front of his eyes, and he always looks like he's up to no good. So I call Amanda, and I'm like, listen, give me a call back. It's always a voicemail because she's always busy. She calls me back. She's like, I'm like, yeah, he looks like he's up to no good again. She's like, all right, let's schedule that appointment. And I'll tell you, when we get there, I drop Chewy off. And now when you walk in her store again, there's like bones on the wall that you can buy. There's apparel and cups. And I think she does some charity stuff too as well in there because Amanda's awesome. When I get Chewy, my kids always have to come because they're like, oh, he's got his hair cut, And I don't know if you, just like the rest of us in my family, Chewy's getting potato-y. He's become just a potato with legs. And so when he used to get shaved, he would be this little skinny, almost look like a chihuahua.
Yeah.
Now he just looks like a potato with no hair. You know what I mean? And he's always excited. He's always crying in the back. He knows when I walk in the door. And then she always puts on the bandana. There's a little bandana that goes around his neck. He always smells like he has some kind of a cologne on. Yeah. And if you ask my youngest, he drives a Mercedes and drinks martinis. That's how she treats Chewy. Every time I get Chewy back, he's phenomenal. It's exactly what we want every time. Yeah. And listen, even if there wasn't, Amanda's the type of person to be like, bring him back. I'll take care of it. I've never seen an angry person, a customer, go in or anybody ever say anything bad about Shanti. And Amanda and her family are awesome. Her husband's awesome. Her kids are awesome. So it's a family business, folks. Listen, if you want to reach out, that's ShantiCanineSpa.com. and or 815-526-3087. Give them a call. Scan that QR code right there on the old brick wall, and it'll take you right to their website, what we just showed. And check out their packages. They got bath and tidy, full groom, bath and brush, bath and trim, premium bath services. What's a premium bath service?
It's like
It's like a bubble bath for dogs.
Oh yeah, like I've been lackadaisical about it, but once a month I try and run a special. Like 1 month, say it was January, we did like a upgrade of a banana shampoo and conditioner, which helps hydrate the coat. Yeah.
Nice. I figured I'm envisioning Kent in the back room. There's this jacuzzi.
That's right.
And all these dogs are just soaking.
It's like the dogs playing poker
Right.
around the table.
Watching
They're back
Air,
there in the jacuzzi.
watching Air Bud on TV.
Yes.
You know. They also have non-bath services as well. Check out their Serene and their Tranquility and Blissful packages. Listen, it's not just you bring your dog in, get it cut, and send it on its way. It's going to get love. You can choose the package that you want it to be for based on your budget. Amanda's awesome. She always works within people's budgets as well. And I'm a lifer, for sure.
Yeah.
When I say I'm a lifer, it's the life of Chewy.
Right.
It really is what it is. So you got about 3 years.
So you recommend monthly, bi-monthly, depending on the dog, depending on
the dog
Yeah.
and the haircut.
Yeah. My God rest his soul, right? Crosby, we had a little Shih Tzu for 16 years.
Oh yeah.
And you're right. Every time he'd come back from getting cut, he'd walk different.
Yeah.
You know,
A little more pride.
yeah,
A little
But
more
then
waddle
as
and
he started
pride.
getting older, he started getting grouchy and kind of aggressive on the table. So,
Yeah.
you know, but now that it's getting close, I mean, it's going to be hot soon.
Yeah.
And when I say hot, here in Northern Illinois, hot, humid, and that's really a good time, an important time to make sure that you're grooming your dog properly, so that they can enjoy, you know, the hot instead of dying.
Now, in the summertime, is it some dogs have hair keeps them cool?
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Some dogs hair keeps them hot.
Right.
So how do you know the difference?
The double coated breeds like Goldens, Bees, those kind of guys. Those are called double coated.
Huskies.
Yeah, Huskies. You want to get that undercoat out, and if you take it out properly, you know, if you lift the coat, the hair apart, you should be able to see the skin.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, my daughter and her husband have a husky, and that dog is so thick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, in
It's
the winter,
poofy.
a lot of usually go lay out in the snow or whatever. But then in the summer, I mean, we'll put a little pool out. He'll get it. She loves being in the pool. But then it takes 8 years to dry. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
it's crazy. We're like, no, do not come inside. You're out.
It smelled like wet dog.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, as I would go to dry her, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even get to your body. It's just that
That's
double
amazing.
coat. Yeah, what you were saying. So that's what it's called. I didn't know it's called the double coat. Learn something new on Let's Talk Local every time. Which is so that's cool. So it really depends on the dog. And you love to educate and help your clients as well, right? To say, like, if I have a question, you're there to answer, guide, consult, and say, here, this is really the best thing. Yeah.
Sure.
Sometimes
a bit too much, you know, their eyes glaze over.
That's every husband. That's just because they're husbands.
That's me talking about media. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
But I would rather that, in honesty, and that's that Drew told me a little bit about, since I haven't been there, but we'll bring Remy over. Is that you give great advice, you help, so that the dog lives its best life, which I think is really, really, really cool. Because far too often, you know, they get neglected, or, you know, it's just a dog.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Do you let your dog on your couch?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, me too.
Andres is to speak.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
My dog doesn't let us on the couch. Family member. Your pets are your family.
True.
A dog, a ferret. I don't care what it is.
A dog.
If
Stop it,
the
dog.
personalities of animals, period, amaze me. And so if your best friend is a dog and you take care of it, it's going to take care of you. Far too many times do I see people getting animals where they probably shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen, if your time is being taken up by a dog and you can't deal with it, then make sure you do the right thing. You put it up for foster and get it right so it can go somewhere where it belongs. And or if you don't have the time to maintain your dog, Shanti Canine Spa. Click that link.
Yeah.
Go right there.
Right there.
That's right. That's
Hit
right.
that baby right there. I'll take you right there, which is awesome.
This is kind of a story. This comes to me. Why I love dogs so much is I had a client at For Elegance that was not so nice to me. Of course, so I was crying because I'm a big baby, and I was grooming this dog, and I started crying. And at first, he was like, like what? And then he literally, I could see him. He was like, "Oh, you're crying," and then he came into me. It was very cool.
The dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was startled at first. Boy dogs, kind of like a guy.
Right.
He's like, wait, I'm supposed to be uncomfortable here.
Right.
What's going on?
And then,
Right.
He's like, oh, and it was cool.
How can a customer not be nice to you? I don't understand that. Not everybody's got demons they're dealing with on their own level.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Bad day at the office or something. Everybody's entitled to one, but don't take it out on Amanda.
No. Don't take it out on your dog.
Take it out on your cat. That's what they're there for. Kick them.
Don't
kick them. I'm kidding.
It's,
Love joke there. Send your complaints to Nico at 216 creators.
Address it to Nico, please.
That's right. He's our suggestion box guy. That is awesome. So again, you're in Lake in the Hills. What's the address? Lakewood. Sorry. Yeah, we're right over by Duluth. Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Right, Lake in the Hills was right across the street.
It literally is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right over by Lou Malnati's there and Red Tail. Right. Awesome. And the hours again?
Sunday, Monday closed. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 4. Thursday, 11 to 7.
And the best thing to do is go to the QR code here, which will take you right to the website, and they can schedule a time on the website, or they got to give you a call.
Give me a call.
Give her a call.
Yep.
So, and that number is
815-526-3087.
Awesome. I thoroughly love that you were here, and I'll bring Remy over, and we'll get her taken. You'll get a kick out of her, and she'll love the truck ride. She's like, "Ooh, hey, the truck," which is always fun. I mean, we've shamefully we've had to cut some of her hair just because it got out of whack a little bit. And it's growing out a little bit now, so now it might be time.
That's why she looks like Mo from the Three Stooges.
I have some room to do some blending.
Good,
right?
Good.
She can't glue hair on. Can't say.
Right? Yeah. No, that's awesome.
He only knows one length. Look at our heads. I mean,
that's right.
You know what I mean?
It's a one all the way across. That's it. Awesome. Really, thank you. I know you're busy. Thank you so much for coming in. And being part of Let's Talk Local. Yep. Drew, any last shout outs or anything there?
Yeah, well, first of all, before we go, I'd like to say we are starting a new Let's Talk Local program to where we also go on site.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. And then stay tuned. Coming around the corner, Let's Get Hired. It is a program to help community, help people find jobs, help businesses find good employees, to where we actually interview a member looking for work on air, and then maybe vice versa, to where we're interviewing the business to find the right candidate, help find the right candidate.
Yeah.
Which is great. And so that'll help keep people employed. You hear it out there all the time. Hey, I'm looking for work. And so it's always about finding the right who that knows the how. If you do it right, you get they're all right people in the right chairs. So we're here to help with that as well. Other than that, no, I think we're good to go. And stay tuned. Summer's coming around the corner, so there's going to be a lot of new events and whatnot. Don't forget, summer is coming around the corner. So if you have that dog with a double coat, feel free to reach out to the old Shanti Canine Spa. Go see Amanda Herrera. I'm gonna say I'm gonna not say it correctly. Herrera. I don't know. It doesn't sound right when I say it. Anyways, listen, if you want to keep it local and think global, that's the way
That's it.
All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your day.
Hi, I'm Brian Walter of Lucky 13 Foods, and you're watching Let's Talk Local at 216 Creator Studios. Make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode.